So, what are we talking about? Well, what's our main point?
The main reason we've got together again this week is to talk about the Virtual Console, nearly a year old.
Oh, can you believe it?
A whole year.
Can you believe it?
A whole year. Let me give you some quick facts.
Yeah, fact me up.
About the VC as industry wags.
Hit me with the facts.
Yes. It's a year old. Check.
Bam.
New games.
What?
You can see them at 11 o'clock GMT every Friday.
What?
Very exciting.
What?
Exciting
Every Thursday, firing that. Ooh, 2,300 hours for you.
On a Thursday, that's right. October this year, Nintendo said they've sold 7.8 million games via the VC, and that's like 1,000 an hour since it's launched.
That's
amazing,
lovely.
Amazing stuff. Emulates NES, SNES, N64, Mega Drive, PC Engine. I call it the PC Engine, not the TurboGrafx.
Yeah, TurboGrafx rubbish.
And the Neo Geo, which I love.
And which we could never afford when we were children.
No, sir.
I could afford half a Neo Geo. I could afford a Neo.
Yeah.
You, I believe, could afford a Geo.
But they weren't compatible.
No, I couldn't put them together.
Well, there you are. There's over 100 games now, because it's 3 or 4 games each Friday.
I know, 17 pages to scroll through at last checked.
Yeah,
wonderful business.
So I have a question.
Shoot.
My question is, what are your favourite games?
Well,
Virtual Console.
Well, I'm going to say my favourite game, I'm limited to just one, is The Sin and the Punishment, which is a lovely game from Treasure. As is their wont, it's all killer, no filler. All killer, no filler.
You had that written down.
I did. Well, actually, I took it from a review of the new Rusheen Murphy album. But anyway, all killer, no filler, lovely game. Not available in the West, and I couldn't be happier.
Wow.
And yourself?
I like Legend of the Mystical Ninja. It's so good. I had it on the SNES. Best title screen music ever.
Enough of that.
Anyway, hours later, we're back.
Once again, set fell down. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah, no, I totally agree. So, like, what do you think? What do you think of the significance of this service?
It's there. It's a permanent library, isn't it? It's always going to be there. And it's a working collection of games, and I think that's quite important.
And it's games that have proved their worth, unlike Screwbreaker, for example, a plummeting down a lift shaft game. Not loving it so much.
There's no room for that.
No, I agree, and it's a chance. It's a museum, a chance to keep those games, which maybe the cartridge is starting to break now.
You need to blow the dust off the connectors. Don't need to do that with the VC. No, it's wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. So, what's your most wanted? Most wanted title?
I think Pilot Wings, NES and N64.
Lovely game. Ooh, lovely game again.
Yeah.
Lovely game again, different developer.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to see more foreign stuff, a la The Sin and the Punishment. I think Earthbound would be a lovely return to form. Nice to see that out. Never released in the UK. Terrible business, terrible business. And I just, more stuff. And also, in terms of emulation, I'd like to see games for the Fairchild Channel F.
Ooh.
The Fairchild.
I love the Fairchild.
A lovely system.
Halo Zero was on that, I think, wasn't it?
Halo Combat Unevolved on the Fairchild Channel F. And you just Google it. Google it and you'll find it. You'll be able to download it.
Almost definitely.
Lovely game.
Oh, I forgot my other most wanted, Wild Tracks, also known as Stunt Race FX.
Was that Miyamoto involved in that?
Miyamoto was involved, and the Argonaut guys helped design it, because they taught Nintendo 3D, really, didn't they, in the
Yes.
So that's wonderful. Let's get Wild Tracks.
Yeah,
Wild Tracks on the VC. Yeah. Now, it's developing each and every week, but how much longer can the Wii, the Virtual Console, be relevant, do you think? How long will it keep going?
Well, I think there are a lot of games. I think there are a lot of games out there, finite amount of classic games, but I think we'll be able to see some treats, 2 or 3 a week. We want to see some treats for a couple of years. Hopefully, as they run out, they'll have to get more inventive and sell us some of those Japanese-only games.
Yeah, and I suppose GameCube games even could become available.
Possible.
There's talk of Saturn games.
I love but the Saturn, very hard to emulate.
Yes, maybe the 2D anyway.
No, but I think there's lots of life in it, and like I say, there's nothing like games that have stood the test of time.
Wonderful.
That's what we got here. Lovely.
Oh, and I do have a beef, a bugbear. I've got 2 actually.
A beef and a bugbear.
Bad combination.
Yeah, bad dinner party. No one's happy.
Don't invite them. No after dinner speech.
Horrible. Beef stood up and said a big speech against bugbears. Firstly, everyone's silent. No one knew it. Anyway,
no, look. Let's push on.
Keep on. Make the best of a bad job.
That bugbear, he was under the box.
Oh, they'll see the man behind the curtain.
Anyway, Nintendo. So we're in Europe, aren't we?
Oh yes.
The clubhouse is up a European tree.
Oh, very, very nice.
And they'll sell us 50 hertz versions where they're squished and they're slow.
Squishy.
And they're a bit rubbish. And at the same time, they'll be selling the nice versions, so all the American and Japanese games rubbish.
They hate Europe.
Rubbish. And a year ago, Nintendo promised we could convert our star points into Wii points, the points that you get when you get a game, and you scratch off that little code.
Has that happened yet? Has that
No,
happened?
sir.
No, sir.
I have the emails, the promising emails. They promise lies.
They lie. All
They
lies.
lie.
Terrible lies.
Yes.
Terrible lies. But like overall conclusion time. Give us a bit of a conclusion here.
There's some big significant games, and most are interesting, aren't they? Even if they're not particularly, up to date, and they're good fun, super good fun.
So we're saying VC a good thing,
but the price is expensive, very expensive,
and poorly optimized.
And
Poorly
it's-
optimized 15.
I mean, they're teeny little files, aren't they? The overheads are zero. Yet we're still having to pay like £7, £10 for
It's
just
true.
a tiny
You're
little
paying
thing.
for the memory. Paying for the memory
Yeah.
as well as
But
my
overall,
ex-wife
it's a
said.
really.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you were married?
I don't want to talk about it. Can't.
Letitia?
I was young, foolish and young. What can I say?
Letitia, no.
Foolish and Young, episode 1. That's next week. Anyway, so we're thinking it's good. Now I know you don't like to affix a score to things.
You want a score on a service?
A score on a service. Every time we go to dinner, it's the same thing. Every time we go to Wimbledon, same thing. Score
Yeah.
on a service.
Yes.
But so hit me with a number. I know you don't like to, but just do it.
I only really like to assign scores to games or buses.
Do it. Okay, yes. Anyway.
Alright. Would you like a numerical or a alphabetized measurement?
I'd like an Arabic number score. That's non-Roman numerals.
What?
1 to 10.
What?
Yeah.
I give it a